Hi, I'm Jeff Newcomer Miller. I serve as the Restorative Practices Coordinator for Albuquerque Public Schools. Today, we are going to talk about what restorative conversations are and why we use them. It is usual for adults and their children to disagree and have arguments. That is just part of being family. However, adults can sometimes forget to regulate themselves, especially when we get upset. When we get into situations with our children, it can be easy to flip our lids and say things we might regret. That is completely normal. We need to be mindful to repair the harm, though, that has been done afterwards. As adults, we have tools to regulate ourselves and our children so that we can have a productive conversation and resolve problems. We have developed restorative conversations as a tool to slow ourselves down and have a more planned-out conversation. This helps keep our children and us in check. We found that when both the adult and the child follow these steps below, they have a much more productive conversation and avoid arguing. I've used these scripts for myself in conversations with my children because we often get into arguments over small issues that can grow quickly. A typical conversation will start in an unproductive manner. We either argue or we escalate. Once I jump into a restorative conversation and slow myself down, I'm able to hear the other person. I'm able to understand them, and they can be heard and understand me. Even if at that moment we're not able to resolve the problem completely, we are at least able to have a better understanding next time. And this could be as soon as the next 15 minutes. Here's the script in a nutshell. And if you want to see a role play, be sure to watch our other video. Step 1. Set the tone and find common ground. So, for example, you could say, "Hey there, I'd like to have a quick conversation with you if you have a minute." Step 2. Set ground rules and a time frame. For example, say, "I want to have a quick 5-minute talk with you and make sure we both hear from each other." Step 3. Give your child a genuinely positive message. For example, you could say, "I really appreciate how helpful you have been around the house here lately." Step 4. Ask your child for a couple of things they like or that they feel are going well. For example, "What do you think is working well for our family right now?" Step 5. Ask your child to share their concerns. For example, "Can you tell me a little bit more about what's not working for you right now?" Step 6. State your concern. "I was confused this morning when this happened or when that happened." Step 7. Ask your child if they understand how their behavior may be affecting others. For example, "Can you see how this may affect our family or me even?" Step 8. Ask how you can both address the problem. And we like to use the phrase, "What can we do to make this right?" Step 9. Make sure everyone understands. You can say, "So this is what we're going to be doing next, right?" Step 10. Thank them. Even though it sounds like a lot of work, the goal of these conversations is to keep it limited to just about 5 minutes with your child, your student, or even another adult. By slowing down the conversation just a little bit, having intention, and starting with the positive, I think you'll have a better outcome. And you'll have the opportunity to hear from the other person that you probably would not have had if you would have jumped straight into the negative. Notice that in the steps, we don't even discuss the problem until step 6. So thanks for watching this video on restorative conversations. I hope you found this tool helpful and can even picture how you might be able to use this technique with your own children, or students, or maybe even with another adult. If you found this helpful, please be sure to watch our other video in this series, Restorative Conversations in Action, to learn more.